What's up, badass Black Desert Mobile fans? In this video, I'm going to be covering the Berserker class. This is the awakened form of the warrior. I'm going to cover the skills, give you guys a full overview, as well as compare the Berserker and the Gladiator, which is the warrior ascension version in this video. If this is your first time to my channel, then you are missing out. Make sure you check out the description down below for some additional badass Black Desert Mobile content. You won't be disappointed. With that being said, let's dive right in. Up first, we're going to go over an overview. This is going to be considered the kit, what they have in their arsenal. The Berserker comes with 5 super armors, 1 forward guard, and when it's upgraded, it becomes a super armor. You get 3 knockups, 1 knockdown, 3 knockbacks, 1 stun, 1 daze, 1 bound. It does have a sub/passive heal, which gives 378 HP per heal. And then it has 3 bleeds, which do a total of 540 damage. So that's everything that's in the Berserker's arsenal between all of its 10 skills. For its main and offhand weapon, these are unique to the Berserker class specifically. The main hand weapon is a great sword, and the offhand weapon is a seal. And if you notice there, those are only for this class. So when this class does come out, you want to make sure you have stockpiled some coins. That way you can roll the new weapons. The dodge ability is a definite upgrade. It's kind of like a dash forward compared to the roll that they had before. So it's definitely going to be helpful for boss rushes and node wars with that little dash instead of a roll. I do want to note 2 things before we get into the first skill. The first one is the translations might not be 100% accurate. And the second thing is when this comes globally, the skills might not hit as hard, or they might change in some variance in some way. But this is just a little insight to give you guys a little scope into the future and what might come. The first skill we have here is called Looseless Smash. Comes with 1 charge on a 4-second cooldown time. Does 810% damage. However, in PvP, it only does 385% damage. That's pretty big variance there. Does have a maximum of 2 attacks. On successful hit, it gains 5 rage. You do get a knock-up on successful hit. For its sub-skills, it increases your attack power by plus 20 for 10 seconds. And if you hold the skill button in, it does do 1 additional attack. The Berserker's second skill is called Windage, coming with 2 charges on a 6-second cooldown time. It does 363% damage times 3, which is 1089% total damage. Does have a maximum of 2 attacks. On successful hit, it gains 5 rage. You get super armor while using that skill, and a knockback on successful hit. For its sub-skills, it has a negative 10% movement speed reduction for 10 seconds on target. The next skill is the bread and butter for Berserker's classes. It comes combined with a lot of damage, a knock-up, a super armor, a bleed, and it heals you over time. Let's talk about it. It's called Deadly Impact, coming with 2 charges on a 5-second cooldown time. Does 1715% damage. On successful hit, you gain 5 rage. Has super armor while using a skill, a knock-up on successful hit, has a bleed of 60 damage every second for 3 seconds, which is a total of 180 damage, negative 20 DP defensive power on target for 10 seconds, and it heals you for 54 HP healed per hit. With 7 hits, that's 378 HP healed. Explode is the next skill, and this skill is great for PvP scenarios as it's a quick hitter and it does stun the target. It comes with 1 charge on a 5-second cooldown time, does 350% damage times 4, which is 1400% damage. You generate 5 rage on successful hit. You get super armor while using the skill and a stun on successful hit. For its sub-skills, it does a 60 bleed damage every second for 3 seconds on target, plus it increases your crit chance by 5% for 10 seconds. Armor Break is the Berserker's next skill, and quite honestly, it's probably the funniest skill. I mean, you literally take your greatsword and you just smack the person across the head. It kind of reminds me of when you were a child and you were bad and your parent grabbed the battle and went to spank you. Something similar to that. It's pretty funny. It comes with 1 charge on a 3-second cooldown time. It does 800% damage. However, only 385% damage in the arena. You generate 5 rage on successful hit. For its sub-skills, it reduces the target's defensive power by 20 for 10 seconds. And for its second sub-skill, it increases the range of this paddle by 10%. Ankle Break is up next for the Berserker, coming in with 1 charge on an 8-second cooldown time. Does 568% damage times 2, which is 1136% damage. You get a maximum of 2 attacks. It does generate 5 rage on successful hit. You also bound target on successful hit. For its subskills, it has a negative 10% movement speed for 10 seconds on target, and you get one additional charge, taking this skill from 1 initial charges to 2 initial charges. Shoulder attack is the next Berserker skill, and this is another skill that's great for PvP, not so much for PvE. Coming in with 1 charge on a 6-second cooldown time, it does do 858% damage in that short little burst. Coming with a maximum of 2 attacks, it does also generate 5 rage on successful hit. You get super armor while using the skill. It has a daze on successful first hit and a knockback on successful last hit. For its subskills, it generates additional 5 rage on use, so you go from generating 5 total rage to 10 total rage for using this skill. And it increases your attack power by plus 20 for 10 seconds. Spin Smash is coming in for the Berserker's next skill. This is going to be more of a PvE oriented skill. It does come with 2 charges on a 7-second cooldown time. It does 390% damage times 2, which is 780% damage. Does have a maximum of 3 attacks. Does generate 5 rage on successful hit. For its subskills, it increases your attack power by plus 10 or 20 for 10 seconds, increases the range of this skill by 10%, and then for its third subskill, it's called Combo Crazy Spin. If you hold the skill button in, you do get 1 additional spin attack for this skill. Crazy Rush is just that for the Berserker. You're like a bullet. You get 1 charge on this skill with an 8-second cooldown time. It does do 400% damage, however, it has a maximum of 4 attacks. You do generate 5 rage on successful hit. This skill gives you forward guard while using the skill and a knockback on last successful hit on the target. For its subskills, it increases your defensive power by plus 20 for 10 seconds. It does also have a bleed of 60 damage every second for 3 seconds. For its third subskill, it increases the range of the skill by 10%. And then for its fourth subskill, it grants super armor instead of forward guard. So once you get that fourth subskill unlocked, you actually get super armor, which is better than forward guard. Heartless Blow is the ultimate for the Berserker class. You get initially 1 charge on an 8-second cooldown time. It does 465% damage times 4, which is 1,860% total damage. It generates 10 rage on successful hit instead of the standard 5 rage. You get super armor while using the skill, and it has a knockdown on last successful hit. This bad boy also, for its subskills, comes equipped with 1 additional charge, taking it from 1 initial to 2 initial charges with that 8-second cooldown time. For its second and third subskills, it increases your defensive power by plus 20 for 10 seconds and increases the target's defensive power by negative 20 for 10 seconds. That is the ultimate for the Berserker. Alright, let's talk about the heal, slash, and rage for the Berserker class. This is one of the most unique heal, slash, and rages that I've seen. It comes standard with your 1 charge on 120-second cooldown time. It gives you your evasion reduction by 2 seconds, your Black Spear rage increased by 2%, and your crit hit damage increased by 10% for 30 seconds for your subskills. Those are all standard with all the other subskills. What it does give you is it actually, a lot of the other skills that we talked about, talked about generating rage, but nothing uses the rage. At the bottom down there, it actually shows you your rage, where mana would typically be. And on the right over here, you can actually see your heal, slash, and rage. It's actually right there on your Black Spirit skills bar screen. To use this, once you activate it, once your rage is fully activated, you can actually activate it and you go into a rage mode where you deal increased damage. It's probably about 10-15 seconds it lasts. Once you're done out of this enrage mode, it allows you to fill that bar back up again. Once you're fully enraged, you can click it again and go back into enrage mode. Now, this mode, when you have it activated, it increases your health by 6,500. It heals you for 400 HP every 2 seconds for 30 seconds, which is 6,000 health healed. It increases your attack power by plus 100 for 30 seconds as well. This feature with the Berserker class just makes it a game changer. It just adds it's one of the only classes that has this unique aspect with it. It also has a couple other features that I just wasn't able to translate no matter how hard I tried, but it does look like this bad boy is going to be pretty awesome. If you notice, the rage bar is almost refilled back up there again, so then I can go ahead and use it again. So that is the heal and enrage. It is pretty sweet. Now we're going to go over the differences between the Berserker and Gladiator class. The Gladiator class is obviously the Ascension version of the Warrior. The Berserker is the Awakened version. The Gladiator currently has 5 super armors, 2 forward guards, 4 bounds, 1 knockback, 2 knockdowns, 1 daze, 2 stuns. Now, for its heal, it heals 170 HP per hit. It only has one hit, but you get 2 charges of that skill. So if you used it both consecutive right away after each other, you're healing yourself for 340 health. It has 4 bleeds as well for 720 total damage on those bleeds. For the Berserker, it comes equipped with 5 super armor, so the same amount as a Gladiator. It only has 1 forward guard, however, it does change to a super armor. You get 3 knockups, 1 knockdown, and 3 knockbacks. So there's a lot more PvP-oriented skills right there. As a 1 stun, 1 daze, 1 bound. For its sub/passive, it heals for 54 health times 7 hits, which is 378 total HP, and then it does have those 3 bleeds, which is 540 total damage. So that is the full breakdown between the Gladiator and the Berserker. I did also go over all of the skills in detail for you guys for the Berserker class. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If this is your first time on my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys also hit that like button. I appreciate it. Much love. And with that being said, I will see you next time.